We're back and we're going to look into the robots. They call it Xenobots that were designed by an algorithm, by an AI, which use algorithms to design stem cells that basically act on behalf of humans to do or perform functions, whether it be to attack cancer cells, clean the ocean, help through healing, or treat ailments, or among other things, maybe clean up dead tissue. This raises a cause of concern. I guess the concept, xenobots, like microscopic robots, but it's not the robots you think made from metals. It's not really artificial. They're made from living tissue.
Yeah, living cells.
Yeah. It sounds like scary sci-fi.
Yeah, it's really scary. I don't like it at all, because all these things, they always end up in the hands of people, with bad intentions, right?
Yeah, of course.
Usually, the people start this kind of stuff, they
Like-
have good intentions.
Like getting poked with things
Yeah.
for protection. They say it's for protection. You don't know what they're poking you with. Yeah.
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 So, I don't know. I don't know where this thing is leading.
Are you scared now?
Yeah.
You think you got poked with xenobots?
Yeah, yeah, bro. Because all this usually science begin in good faith,
Of course.
and there is always somebody watching the corner who's evil looking. You know what I mean? He has different way of using it,
But they have their own ambitions.
ambitions, and you know what I mean. All
Yeah.
they have their own way of seeing the world. They want to control something.
Kind of like what people say is happening now in a certain lab.
Yes.
But yeah, I always
So
get
it's dangerous, right? So
Yeah.
what I believe, because sometimes this kind of science, they look nice at the beginning, but when people lose control about it, it's hard. Remember a couple of years ago when there was like this Italian scientist trying to clone baby.
I didn't know it was an Italian scientist, but I heard about.
I think it was Italian scientists trying to clone baby that, and if everybody, most of the ethical scientists, they said, "Oh, that's dangerous."
Yeah.
We cannot start creating like super smart baby only. So what's next? Only beautiful people. They're gonna live with the blue eyes and 6 feet tall. Then everybody else should die.
But
because they're ugly.
That's the who's to determine what's beautiful and what's superior.
That's a problem.
That's part of it, yeah.
There's a wink, wink.
Yeah.
That's why I'm scared about it. There's always a wink, wink. Somebody else waiting in the corner. You know what I
No,
mean?
of course, yeah. There's always people who will say, "Oh, it's science. It's gonna progress." I hate when they use the word progress.
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 For who?
It's used too fluidly. It's used
Yeah.
too fluidly because even based our human history, when if all the everything's been used for
To advantage some people, and
Yeah.
then they kind of punch the other.
Yeah.
People. So my question is like place like many countries, they're poor, right?
yeah.
So what's the benefit for them? Who's to say these people creating this thing, they're gonna keep everything in line, they're not gonna create something that's gonna put down there in the water those people drinking, you know what I mean, to kill them all, to take away their land.
Well, yeah, because they say, "Oh, we
There's
can be
also-
used to clean the environment."
Yes, you know what I mean. They can create this thing with algorithm, right?
Yeah.
Right. Then they go down. Oh, we're gonna clean up your water. They put it on in the water, everybody's drinking, and you come back 2 weeks after all the villages are dead.
Or maybe it's a slow process. The way you're thinking, maybe it could be 2 years, 5 years.
Yes, but I'm just giving you know what I mean. I'm just giving.
Or you could be injected with them, and no, why are we thinking so morbid and dark?
No, because I don't trust a lot of things people do in life, because there's always evil people thinking about themselves more than anybody else.
Right, I hear you. Yeah, I don't know. I myself, I'm pretty skeptical because I'm sure it's going to be used by someone with nefarious objectives, and I'm sure it's going to be used for good things as well. I think when you read the title, though, people are thrown off. They're going to thinking it's kind of like the nanobot concept, which those are artificial.
Yeah.
And these are like, they're not really what people think of robots, but the way they define robot is something people design acting on behalf of humans, which I guess by that definition, yeah, they are living robots.
Yeah.
Because they get it from the stem cells of African clawed toad frog or whatever it is. That's interesting. That is going to be. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, because I give you one more example, right?
Yeah.
I don't trust the pharmaceutical industry because they always say that we're doing this, we're doing this. There's a lot of diseases in poor countries, like usually tropical places, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know why they don't go deep and do like research for them?
Mm-hmm.
As I watch a documentary, they say because there's no money to be made. So
Yeah.
they prefer to look for medicine that's kind of in rich places, rich countries, because they do make more money on it.
People do say there's no money in the cure, but you get a treatment where you get people hooked on the drug for years, right? They pay for it.
Yes.
Correct.
So this is the main reason I think it's kind of, it's too sketchy for me. I don't like it.
Well, I don't know if these would be like a drug or they might. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like put you in a scenario where you have to depend on these to run around in your bloodstream somewhere.
Yeah, because they say it can fix traumatic injury, birth defect, cancer, and aging. So who's gonna benefit? You really think they're gonna go like some places?
I honestly don't think it's gonna fix aging in the sense that people don't die. But
No,
I do think
reverse, like make you live longer, probably.
maybe. Yeah, even that. Yeah, I don't know if you can. I don't know if trust foreign elements, and who's to say your body's not gonna attack them, right? Unless they make Xenobots out of your own cell tissue.
That's probably the next level, right? They will use your own tissue so it doesn't reject it.
Even that, how people are trusting people, and it's crazy how many people put so much trust. I even it's kind of off topic, but I used to. Anyway, that's a whole other topic. Matter of fact, we should discuss that. It's a whole other topic about people putting blind faith into expert professionals just because they're credentialed.
Yeah, but all these expert professionals usually they always have.
They have personalities and intentions just like everybody else.
Yes, and also they're being backed by big pharmaceutical, right?
Yeah.
So they always a lot of this university research, all that stuff. If you look, they're getting their funding by big pharmaceutical companies. So who's to say when all this research is done, suddenly you have the big company, the big pharma. Oh, we own that research, so it's our. We have the patent, right? So and on top of that, who's to say? When they have that reversing aging process, right? For example, right? For people to live longer, who's to say they go into poor places in the world, let them help them? I believe not. I believe they're not gonna do that. I believe they're gonna keep it for places people can pay for. You know what I mean?
But yeah, everything's about making money. It's funny though. These things actually they repair themselves. They're self-repairing.
Yes.
But given that, they also say they're biodegradable, so they themselves die. Eventually.
But
I'm sure maybe they can prolong.
But you forget one thing: they're programmable, right? So they can always.
Yeah, they're programmable, but they still have an end date. They have an end date.
Yeah.
Just strictly because they're biological, it says they're biodegradable, so they eventually do have an end date.
And that's fine, but the end
But
date.
yeah, that
are
could
they
be.
willing to help the poor of the poor? That's my whole question. I don't trust them.
Yeah, I don't know if someone's helping the poor. I think it's just being ethical. Period.
The richest, the 1%er, the 10%er.
Yeah, or not even so much that. Just being ethical. Period. It may not even be for a particular group, but just control. Period. Right. Just use it as a leverage. Period. Maybe not for that particular group, but just whoever has access to it.
Let's just check now. Hold on. Let's just check now. The vaccination thing. Right? If you look at rich countries.
You mean the
today,
poke?
No. The vaccination, corona.
The poke?
Yes, whatever you want to call it.
If you want to say that.
Yeah.
You want to get us canceled or?
Yeah. The vaccination, right? If you look, most of the poor countries, right, they ain't getting nothing. a lot of rich countries, they have like 70%, 60% of people vaccinated, and
But they don't have a lot of fatalities either, though. Fortunately.
well, but according to neutral scientists, the world is only going to get better when majority of the world is vaccinated, if poor and rich countries. But what's happening is a lot of countries,
That's another
advanced country,
topic.
they have like
So we'll tie that into this topic because we don't want to get too.
no, I'm just giving an example. So
Yeah,
the example I'm saying is, who's to say when these things they get the solution for these how you call that again?
Xenobots.
Xenobots. When they get a solution to solve some diseases, all these and that, who's to say they're gonna be so nice to help those people who actually need it in real?
I mean, there's so many ways. I know you're focusing on that one problem, but there's so many ways this could turn upside down. They could just also use it to just, and not just poor people, but anywhere around the world, like just exert control, like kind of what's happening now. I know in a sense, but
Yes.
there's 1,000 great objectives you could put this to use for, and there's 1,000 to 1,000,000 detrimental purposes you could
Because-
use this for.
And it only takes like 2 scientists that are not ethical, right?
Yeah, or even
You
one.
can have
yeah.
1,000 of them, they're all ethical, they're doing the proper job.
Yeah.
You only need 2 of them to go off the road.
Or even one, because he can direct people who don't know what he's doing. As long
Then-
they put blind faith in him.
Then
He's like, hey, I'm trying to save the world, and we all look like aliens or something. I don't know. I mean, I'm trolling, but yeah, I don't know. Let us know what you think. Write us a comment or also send us an email. Thank you very much for listening.